Have you ever wanted to overload your Python functions but ran into trouble because Python's types are dynamic? Then this video is perfect for you. I'll show you how to do it the Pythonic way. I'll need help from my function tools module. And from this function tools module, I will import a decorator named single dispatch. Single dispatch decorator will help me to overload my function. For example, if I have a function, func, that has one parameter x, and I want to print which type this x it is it a string, integer, or list, or whatever, but I don't want to use if. In that case, I need to overload this function. This function will be a default function for all the values that I didn't create a special function for. For example, you will see that in a moment. But first, I need to mark this function as a generic function. I can do that by writing a single dispatch decorator above my function. And now I can create a special variations of this function depending on the parameter type. To do that, I need to write at the rate sign, and here write the name of my function, which is in this case func, and write dot register. And here I need to pass what type my parameter is. For example, if it's integer, I want this function. And since I always want to call the func function, I don't have to specify the name for it here. You can call it however you want, but the common practice is to name it underscore since you're not going to use this name anyway. And now here you can print integer and print the x. You can create as many functions as you want. For example, I want to create another one for, let's say, string. Now here I can name it again underscore x, and here print string, and the name should be x. Also, I don't need this. Also, this can be a list here. That's also a data type or a dictionary or whatever. And now I will show you when I call my function and pass different values, what it will print. For example, if I pass here, I don't know, 23, since this is integer, this will call this function here. But if I call function 3.5, this is a floating number, and I didn't define an overloaded function for float, then this function here, func, will be called. But if I pass, let's say, David here, this is a string, so this function will be called. As you can see, integer is called because 23 is an integer. The default one is called because I didn't overload my function for floating numbers, and string David is called because I overloaded for string, and David is a string. If you want to learn more about functions in Python, I strongly suggest you to check my playlist on functions. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my future videos.